outside of what you're used to, and then you hear things, and about state takeover and this and that, and a lot of negative publicity. But this has been a really great experience for me, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to spend the time I was here, the short stay that I was here. It's been a good opportunity, and I think there's great things going on in this county, and I look for even greater things to happen based on the direction that everyone's headed and the way the board will manage to get there. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to, I was just thank Mr. Polly for coming over from Boone County and visiting with us here for a while. I think he was in a difficult circumstance for a short period of time, and he kind of blended right in with us and worked well with us. So I wanted to thank him for coming over and helping us out. Of course, he and I have known each other for a long time, and he's still a fine person. He always was. I also like to, since this is the last meeting for my friend Mr. Baker here beside me, I want to thank him for the time he spent serving the kids of this county and how much we appreciate him. I still will continue to harass him on a daily basis, but I'm glad that Bob is with us. Larry, I want to, just as a personal side note, I want to thank you for your commitment to the kids here and all the work you've done, particularly in vocational ed and things like that. If I remember right, you've not missed a meeting, and you trudged in here aching and everything else at times. So I want to thank you on my personal. I'd like to thank Larry too.
Thanks, Steve.
And I'd like to add my thanks to all three. I know these two, I didn't know Mr. Polly, but in this short time, I think I've come to respect your work and your kindness and caring for the kids here. I appreciate that. Baker, too, stepped right in and brought him right out of the community and dragged him in here and said, get to work. I know, I worried about that later. Perhaps it had something to do with it. I hope not. But,
glad I got out.
Yeah. Thanks for your work, and of course, sure hate to see you go, Larry. Can we still call you about vocational
Sure
concerns
can.
and things?
Sure
Okay.
can. If I can be of any help.
We believe in volunteers. Thank you.
Well, I want to, thank the board. Thanks Mr. Polly for what time he's been here, and I've got to know him and work with him. I want to thank the constituents of Lincoln County that had enough faith in me to make me as a board member. And I hope I have served the board well and served the students in the educational system well for what time I've been on here. And parting, I would like to tell you a little story about a bird. Have anybody heard the story of the bird? I will tell you the story if I can get to it without coughing. It's this little bird, he kept hanging around so long, and he was having such a good time and everything, and he just kept hanging around, and all the other birds had started flying south. He had realized one day that he better get started or he wasn't going to make it. But he hung around a few more days, and when he started and he got up in the atmosphere, he started flying, and his wings started icing over. So he just wore himself out. All of a sudden he comes spiraling down, and when he landed in this cow pen where all these cows and things were. There he laid, he was all froze, and he thought, well, this is the end of it, this is it. I'm going to die, I'm going to freeze to death. Well, unaware this cow happened to go by, and unaware that the bird was there, she decided she would do a little cracking there, so she crapped on the little bird. Well, while she was there, and the bird, he was beginning to warm up and stuff from what had happened to him. So he thought, well, it wasn't too bad after all. Maybe I can still make it. So he jumped up and he started fluttering around and cleaning himself up, chirping and carrying on real loud. And during this time, he happened to alert the old tomcat, the old barnyard tomcat. So the cat, he come up and he seen the bird running around and chirping around, bragging. And so he just pounced on him and ate him. But that's not the end. You may get crapped on by someone that's not realizing that they've crapped on you, but still that may rejuvenate you, may warm you up, get you started again in doing things. It did the bird. But always remember that if you chirp around and brag about everything, you could get eaten alive. So that's my fault.
How true, how true.
Does anyone have anything further to present to the board? We were waiting on KK, and you want me to go ahead and then you swear it in, or you want me to
His
do it?
father's here. His father's here.
That's
why I came.
Is that why you came? You don't,
Somebody thought they saw
I
him.
thought he was outside in the parking lot earlier. Maybe not. Maybe it was
We
somebody
will do
else.
the other two.
You must have
you
got
want me
bored
to
then.
adjourn first and then do it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be during the regular meeting at all, so you can go ahead and adjourn.
Okay. We'll go ahead and adjourn, and if KK don't show up, I framed to do this at the beginning of the meeting, but he wasn't here, we'll go ahead and swear it in. Do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting till July the 1st, 2010 at 1 p.m. in the county office?
I'll motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
I say.
Been properly moved and seconded, we adjourn this meeting till July the 1st, 2010 at 1 p.m. in the county office. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries.